drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
He's got it on the right.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Rides the back on the option to give. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he runs over the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out the back of the end zone. Fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Rolling right and going deep. It's caught. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got his hand in the middle. Not enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Finds his man on the way. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him and getting him on the ground for no gain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Passes takes him still on his feet. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st?
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the option. Now the toss. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. A really good return after the interception. Gets them in business at the 29.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
From the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action.
Backed off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Ducks! This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continue to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northwestern. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's the touchdown. Another one. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Black Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And the drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team, getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. That's a place at the 20. Touchdown, Army! He got loose, and it was a nice out. When that receiver got free, it was over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback. My stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over it. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Ducks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Black Knights will hustle to the line. To the ground with the red. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Harvin. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Counting on the Jets. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Black Knights with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution to drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Catch in the middle. It's Lawson. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quickly complete. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Harvin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. And the Black Knights want to pick up the tempo. Power football with the run. There he goes. They bring him down with a big play. Will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Black Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for his man in the middle. Touchdown! They took a shot to the end zone. 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. I mean, I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing me a little bit of everything.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass on second down. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab deep. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. He'll start this drive firing. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on the offense.
Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Quarterback moving. Boom. The ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still...
It's picked off. That's number 10. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got to take away, and now they're in business.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. No midseason goals for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Finds a man by himself. Open space at the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Get set. On the option. He'll pitch it. Right through the tackle. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Fires to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Inside the 45. And they swarm him under.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Takes the easy one to the back. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable running the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
That's a big key to this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harvin. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Get it! Ham 6. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, and let him do the rest.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. The sure hands, it's Wall. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Behind his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Lost to throw again. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need it because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point in the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's on target and complete.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions. Got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down. But this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped at number 4, getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There he goes.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. The give to the single back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Black Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the running back.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.